The next section in my digital notebook, let me run openjava.html and open it up in the web browser. Now I changed my cover page to a breakfast shot. I had my grandkids in here and now I changed it. Oh, but you see I didn't change the tooltip. The tooltip says cover page Amani AJ. I need to change the tooltip to breakfast. So let me do that first. Let me go up here to the beginning. I have to find my iframe, which is right here. That is opening up cover.html. So I need to go to cover.html in box. Here's box. Here's cover. Right click at it with notepad. Right here, title cover page Amani AJ. I just want to change that to breakfast. That's good enough. Okay, so now when I go to this page, let me refresh the page. Now when I hover over the plate, it says cover page breakfast. The title is the tooltip. Okay, I am going to go to the next section. The last thing I did was an encapsulation, a set of notes about encapsulation, where I used this audio tag to play an MP3 audio snippet, which explains my notes that I created here in a text area. I'm going to do the same thing for the next little ditty, and then I'm going to do the same thing that I did here with the video that I'm making now. I'm going to put in its own link, so I'll have both the audio description and the video description of what I'm getting ready to do. So let me go back to my main page, my open, I don't need this cover anymore. 10 HTML and was this page, and encapsulation video.html was this page. So I'm going to copy and paste these to go to basically give me pages that are going to let me do the same thing but with new material. My 10.html, I'm going to hit File, save a copy as, and I'm still in Chapter 4, but instead of calling it 10.html, I could call it 11.html, or I could call it what a better title than just a number. So this one we're going to talk about array objects. Okay, so save. And then this one right here, File, save a copy as, and then I'm going to name it the same thing. Whoops. Array objects video. Save. Okay, so now I don't need this 10 HTML or this encapsulation video HTML anymore. I do need to go in here in Chapter 4 and pull out those two pages that I am going to actually do stuff in. Right click them, edit with notepad. Alright, so I just have to make changes because what I copied and pasted has to do with encapsulation, and at this point I'm doing something about array objects. So I'm going to go in here, my audio controls, and I'm going to change the name of the MP3 to array objects MP3. And I haven't created the audio yet. When I get ready to do that, I'm going to use Audacity here to do that, and I'm going to name it ArrayObjects.mp3 and save it in the folder so that when it points to it, it's going to start to play it. But text area here, all those notes that I did about encapsulation, all the way to the end text area tag here, I'm going to delete all that because right now I'm going to do new notes in here. Okay, so that's one thing that we're gonna do. And then the array objects video, the changes I'm going to make there is I'm going to change the span, which is the title, and we're going to call it array objects video. And then I have to change the name of the MP4 to match. array, objects. And this video that I'm creating right now, it's going to be saved as an AVI file. But when I download this AVI recording that I'm making right now to YouTube, when it's finished, it's going to let me go into my video manager and it's going to let me download to my computer the MP4 version of what I'm creating right now. And I'm going to name it at that point. I'm going to save it in my chapter 4 folder and I'm going to name it this, ArrayObjects.mp4. Okay, now to go back into my original page, this right here that's got the navigation on the left, I have to add a couple of new navigation links. So we're going to have, it's going to go 10, 11, we're going to have 12 and 13 on here next. So let me go to that, open Java.html. I have to go all the way down pretty much to the bottom. Right here, encapsulation video was my very last navigation link. But I need to make 2 more. So I'm going to copy this little set here, go down a couple, Control V to paste 1 and 2. So this first thing is going to be called Array Objects Audio. And the second one is going to be called Array Objects Video. Okay, now we have to change the target. The target is copied as a encapsulation video.html, but ArrayObjects.html and ArrayObjectsVideo.html are the 2 things that we're dealing with these new pages. So Array Objects, that's going to refer to this page right here that we're going to work on. And then let's go to the very last one. This is going to be the Array Objects Video page. And that's going to refer to whatever we do to this page right here. Alright, now let me open up my browser again and hit refresh, and now you should see the 2 extra links that I'm creating. Okay. Array Objects Audio, if I click on it, you see this says encapsulation. It has the audio player here, but it's at 0 because I haven't created that MP3 file yet. And you see my text area here. I haven't done my notes yet. I need to go to that page and change this legend right here from encapsulation to array objects. So let's go here, right here. This is my legend. It says encapsulation. I cannot have that. Alright, so we go back here, refresh it. Now it says array objects. So now the legend is defining what our notes are going to be about. Now in the video, if I click on the video tag, up here it says array objects video, because that was the span tag that I had. And you see right here it says no video was supported, formatted, and MIME type found. I haven't, the video is what I'm creating right now, so it's not in the folder to point to. So this is kind of like the template that you get before you actually have the video in the file. Once you have the video in the file and it's named exactly what you have in your code, then you're going to get whatever your video starts to look like that. But anyway, let me go back to my Array Objects Audio and get to some notes. ArrayObjects.html in our text area. This is on page 83. Okay, it's got some steps. Step 1. It says declare and create a dog array to hold 7 dog references. And the way we do that is we have dog with the array symbol, and we're going to give it the reference name pets, the array name pets, I'm sorry. And then we're going to have pets equal to a new dog array with 7 elements in it. Now, they broke up this into 2 statements. Another way that you could do this would be dog array symbol pets. Just add them all on one line, equals new dog. Okay, so you could put these on 2 separate lines this way, or you could do it all on one line this way. I'm going to put this as a note, so I'm going to, whoops, I'm going to do this so that it turns green and becomes a notation. All right, so that was the first step. Then we've got step 2. Call methods on the 2 dog objects. And the way they're having us do that is we're going to take the name of the array, pets, and then we are going to grab the first element in the array, which would be pets with the index of 0, and we're setting it to a new dog. This is how we actually create the assignment, the address, if you will, on the heap for the first array element, the first array element. Okay, we're going to do it to the second one. So pets with the index of 1 equals new dog. So now we actually have 2 objects, 2 dog objects, 2 elements of the array that could hold up to 7. Then it's got a third step here that says, oh boy, that's messed up. My step 2, I looked at the wrong part of the book. Step 3 is called methods on the 2 dog objects. Step 2 says create 2 new dog objects and assign them to the first 2 array elements. Create 2 new dog objects and assign them to the first 2 array elements. Okay, my typo. So on our third step, call methods on the 2 dog objects, we do that like this. Pets index 0 dot set size 30. This is referring to the dog class that we created where we had a private int size and then a public int get size return size and then a public void set size int s size equals s. This is referring to that. Okay, so set size, then you got int x equals pets 0 dot get size. So now we're going to call the get size method. We set it, our very first array element we set to a size of 30. Then we use the dot operator and call the get size so that that amount right here, that value, is going to be set with the equal sign into this variable called x. So everywhere we see x at this point, when it's referring to pets 0, is going to be 30. The value of x at this point is going to be 30. And then we're going to do the same thing for our pets with an index of 1. Set size, and this is going to be the smaller guy, 8. And y equals pets 1 dot get size. Okay, now let's spit it out. Let's say system.out.println, and what are we going to spit out? We are going to say pets 1. We're going to see those words plus pets index 0. I don't want to say pets 1. I'm going to say the first array element has a size of, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to say. And then pets 0 dot, no, what am I doing? Plus x. Plus, let's say a \n to go down a line. The second array element has a size of, and then we are going to concatenate plus y. So what we should get as an output is the words, the first array element has a size of, and then x should be 30. And the next line of code should say the second array element has a size of plus y, and y should be 8. And then if I, let's see if I'm right. Pets dot I want to call pets 0 and pets 0 dot bark and pets 1 dot bark. Alright, so that's our notes so far. Let me run this so that you see. Here are all the notes that I just typed. Now I want to create those. I want to create them and run them. So how do I want to do this quickly? I'm going to have to do a new dog and a new dog test, because after that last video, all these files, these Java files that I had up here, I threw them away. So I have to type that stuff all over again. So file, save as, on the desktop, dog.java. And we have to do the test file, save as, dog test.java. Okay, here we go with our original dog. Class dog, private int size, public int get size, return size. There's our getter. Now let's make our setter. Public int, whoops, I'm sorry, public void set size, and inside there we have a parameter called s. Then in the meat of the curly braces we are going to create size equal to our parameter value. Now we've got void bark. If size is greater than 60, system.out.println, oof. And if that's not correct, if size is greater than 14, System.out.println. Rough. Rough. And if that's not accurate either, we have the else. It will system.out.println. Yep. Yep. Okay. That's it for our dog Java. Now let's do our dog test.java. Class dog test. Public static void main. String array args. Dog1 equals, oh no, I'm sorry. This is where I want to create my array. Here I'm going to do my array. Okay, so dog array pets. Pets equals new dog. Oops, messed up. Equals new dog array with 7 elements, 7 possible elements. Okay, so now we take our pets 0, our first element, and make it a new dog object, new dog. And our pets with the next index equals new dog. And let's call some methods. Pets 0, which is our first element, set size. We're going to set it to 30 pounds. Actually, I could go to my code right here and just copy and paste the rest of this right here. Let's do that. Okay, this is a repeat. I can take that off. And I can clean this code up a little bit. Just to line everything up better. Not that it makes any difference, it's just visually easier to see when I've got them lined up the same. Okay, so unless I have some kind of typos as far as curly braces, or if I have any kind of typos at all, this won't cleanly compile. But let me see if it will. Let's open up let's run the command prompt. Let's double check that I've got those two classes. They do, dog and dog test. Change the directory to my desktop. Okay. I want a Java C, the dog test.java. If there's no errors, I'll get the path. Good. And as you've seen, as soon as this gave me the path, I got my two classes. So now let's just run it. Java dog test, enter. Good. The first array element has a size of 30. The second array element has a size of 8. Rough. Yip. Rough is the middle guy, the middle dog that's between 14 pounds and 60 pounds. Yip is the little guy that's less than 14 pounds. All right, so I just basically showed you how my digital notebook, I had two links, one for a place for my notes and a place for the video that I created as I did my notes. And now I'm showing you how I'm replicating this in my next section, ArrayObjects audio. So we're talking about array objects, and the coding is a little different, not a whole lot, but I showed you how we can use those array elements to set the size and then spit out some output. Then when I submit this very file to YouTube, I'm going to download its MP4 version and stick it in here. So this is basically a done deal for this video.